Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Arcanum. So, we're about to interact with the Wheel Clan. I come with grave news. Tell the guard of my story. I see. This is grave news indeed. You need to speak with King Thunderstone. Great name. His house is directly northeast of here, just through the center passage. Speak with him and he will know what to do. Thank you. Map. No, map. I don't know what map is. Journal. What's the hotkey? I don't know. Okay. I think this is it. He said like straight through here, right? Right? My brain don't function. What are you kidding me? Okay, so go check the time. How do you do? How do you do? There we go. Anything I can do for you? It's so much nicer when I put on my smoking jacket. So the hiking should be right through here. Right through here. Right? Right? Oh, yeah, this looks promising. Are these guards? Royal Guard. Okay. I save here. And while I save, check out the cool music. Okay, that's enough of that. And this is the king. Greetings, sir. I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met. I am Randver Thunderstone, son of Loghair Thunderstone. I stand as chieftain and king in waiting of all the dwarves both over and under mountain in the lands of Arcanum. Welcome to the caverns of Wheel Clan. Pleasure to meet you. I have a few questions. What do you need? You said you were king in waiting. Yes, my father is unavailable. I am ruling instead, but as I am not the true king and will not be as long as my father lives, I am only a king in waiting. I see. I'm in need of your assistance. I come with news of a most dire nature. I have a tale to tell. The BMC. Run, BMC. I see what you're saying in the isle. You said you've been to the isle from the story. And I bring news of Thorvald Two Stones. He's on the Isle of Despair. Yeah. Thank you. We'll bring him home. One more thing. I need to find your father. He knows what's going on here. This is an old and dark business. The business of my father, and as I am his heir, it falls to me to make it right. No, he told me so little. What happened to your father? My father. Great and solid Loghair Thunderstone, king of the dwarves. Do you know of him, stranger? The stories of his courage, of his strength, of his wisdom. My father, stone among stones. From out of the madness of the clan wars, he united us under one banner, under one king, through the sheer power of his will. Clan wars. Yes. A sad time in our history. For 500 years, there was a rift among the dwarves. We built great machines of war and threw ourselves against one another. The entire clan and entire clans were lost in the battle. Dark time, the time of Loric's insanity. We speak very little of that time. Who is Loric? I said we don't often speak of it. It's a conversation for another time. Perhaps. Where is Loghair? Randvar? What happened to him? It broke his heart, that heavy stone heart. He who warred against Loric the Abjurer in the pass of Gorgoth, who in victory burned Loric alive along with 10,000 of his dwarven followers, and this this broke him like a child upon the stones of the world.
Please, Ranvar. I need to know what has happened here. Ranvar calms himself.
It is as the Orbender told you. My father permitted the banishment of his own people. By the elves, he watched them sent away, heard their cries with hardness born of 100 generations of thunderstones.
So where is he?
My father came home, and upon his knees cried out for his lost, foolish brethren. Tears of regret, stranger, regret, shame, and sorrow. The caverns shook with his fury, stood at the impact of his hands upon bare stone. He tore the clothes from his body, and set his bulk against the walls and the floor, and his sorrow was marked in blood. And then, I told you, he left us, walked into the old caverns with nothing but Harrow, first axe of the Thunderstones. And with that weapon he disappeared, exiled by his own grief, and left the Wheel Clan. He's never returned. Gudmund spoke of a connection to Gilbert Bates. Bates! It was Bates who spread technology and its disease. And who are we to blame him? Humans, cursed with brevity, lacking patience, lacking discernment. I've spent human lifetimes deciding on what type of stone to use in a mural, and look what they've done in only a few turns of the moon. And with this, these elves came to us speaking of punishment. What did the rest of the clan say? The other clans never knew that the elves were involved in the banishment. They were only told that the Black Mountain clan had been exiled, punished for their crimes, and my father was the only one present when their sentence was passed.
The elves? What was their role in this?
The elves! It was they who demanded the banishment of the Black Mountain clan for their crimes. But as for the reasons, as I said, I know very little. My father never told me the details of his discussions with them, only that what had been decided was necessary, and that the responsibility would be his.
Who are these elves?
I have no idea. I know not why my father felt it necessary to speak with them, nor heed their demands. As king, my father never should have allowed them to interfere, but for some reason he allowed it. He's never spoken a word about it since. I am departing. Save on this one. Oh, no, this one.
Yeah!
Let's talk again. Oh, do you have a moment to speak? Of course, what do you need? What happened after your father left? I told you, he left us. Walked into the old caverns with nothing. Yes, he's never returned.
What technology? What had technology done to the elves?
I've no idea. And I know not why my father felt it necessary to speak with them, nor to hear the... No.
It seems I'll have to speak with Loghaire. Where is he?
I told you, he exiled himself. He walked into the dredge and has never returned. I said it like 50 times.
The dredge? What is it, and where can I find it?
The dredge is actually an old system of caverns. A mine, actually, not far from here. The entrance is just beyond the entrance to these chambers and to the southeast. There you will find a stone archway. Beyond that you will find the dredge, into which my father disappeared.
And what can I expect to find in this, dredge?
Right now it serves little purpose but a house and assortment of foul creatures. There are Minecraft.
Wow.
There are minecart tracks and an occasional storeroom. No one ventures there anymore, so I don't know anything about that. You must know where he is.
Can I convince you to tell me?
Why would you think that? As if a dwarf wants to be alone, then a dwarf stays alone.
You're his son and heir. You'd have gone looking for him.
And why? He left me to rule a kingdom, and rule it I will. What sort of son would I be to go running around the dark looking for a father who doesn't care?
Your anger is horror. What has he left behind for you?
Wait, let's see.
You need not protect... Your anger is hollow. You need not protect him from me.
You see more than most, my friend.
You're correct. I hold no animosity towards my father. My heart breaks every day that he is gone. I seek the truth, and I think your father would want that as well.
I believe you, stranger. I truly do. I just might be able to point you in the right direction.
Any help you would give would be appreciated. I must admit it, you're correct. I do see him almost every day, although he says very little. He lives deep within the dredge, but I have a hidden passage.
Oh, I must admit it, you're correct. I do see him almost every day, although he says very little. He lives deep within the dredge, but I have a hidden passage through which I travel, and within it you will encounter no trouble. Just enter here. There's a secret passage under the throne. I trust you, stranger. Find your answers. Do what is right. I pray he will tell you what you need to know.
I'll most certainly try. Thank you for your help, Renva.
And so that's how you just, ignore the whole traveling. You can do that so often in this game. Just, like, bypass stuff. I really like that. Because, like, if you do that, then you don't have to worry about it really all that much. So, and that's the passage that we would know.
Who dares disturb the exile of Thunderstone?
Forgive me, Your Highness. I had no choice but to...
Quiet. This insolence is unforgivable. The violation of my ancient right for solitude in exile is not broken so easily. Your life hangs in the balance, stranger. Speak quickly, lest you taste of the fury of Harrow.
Wait a moment. I came here with the blessing of your son.
Randver? He would dare permit such an affront? I've come here to writhe upon the blade of my sorrow, to live the 1,000 deaths by the ancient right of kings. These laws are passed down through the mountain from the beginning of remembered time. Your life is forfeit to them, as is my own. Do you understand?
He raises the axe in his hand. Stop! I come with news of Black Mountain, the Black Mountain clan, blah 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 blah.
What? How do you know? Speak quickly. Your life still hangs in the balance.
Fine. I have a story to tell.
I've no words, no words. My crime, it seems, is even more heinous than I thought. I deserve much worse than this mere isolation.
Loge, I need to know exactly what happened.
In all the time since the judgment was passed, I have never spoken of it. My shame has held my tongue. It seems that very shame shall now, finally, bring the betrayal to light.
Please, these elves who approached you, who were they?
A delegation of elves sent from the Silver Lady herself. They came not long after Bates had built his first steam engine. Technology in the hands of the human had spread and advanced at an alarming rate, and the elves were hit first and hardest.
Who is the Silver Lady?
The Silver Lady is Mother Queen to the elves. She is very old, much older than I, and very powerful in the ways of magic.
Where does she live?
In Kintara, the oldest city of the elves, somewhere within the Glimmering Forest.
Have you ever spoken to the Silver Lady directly?
No. I'm not sure if any but elven eyes have ever been laid upon her.
Oh, I'm half-elf.
Over the years, we have corresponded through messengers. Elves and dwarves are very different, and we tend to stay away from one another. But our relationship, as culturally strained as it may be, has always been civil. We don't necessarily understand one another, but we've always respected the differences.
What had the spread of technology done to the elves?
Their forests were being cleared with the help of technology. Massive steam-powered clear-cutters. The oldest groves, towering and untouched for thousands of years, were being destroyed without prejudice. I saw much of this with my own eyes. The ancient forest of Morbahan is little more than a graveyard now.
Were there elves living in the forests of Morbahan?
I'm unsure, but I don't believe so. but the delegation said that the crimes were against all elves. You see, elves feel a very strong connection to the world, to nature, and especially to forests. It's said that elven souls reside in the oldest trees. I don't know if this is true, but I do know there to be a strong connection between living things and magic.
Was the Silver Lady angry about the moribund force?
The delegation told me that she was extremely hurt and angry about the damage that had been done. According to them, because of her age and power, she was hurt the most by the clearing. Her connection to the forests was strongest of all.
Why did technology spread so fast among the humans?
There are many reasons. Humans, in comparison with the other races, live such short lives. Because of this, I believe that every human action is motivated through fear. The fear of death. You would think that this was a relative issue, that humans would learn to live with this limitation and accept it. This is not true.
And
Therefore, humans, when confronted with any situation, see it through the veil of their own mortality. Achieve, advance, perform. Humans are constantly driven by the shadow of their own death. This fear, unfortunately, clouds their judgment, deadens their sense of right and wrong. Humans act first, think later, and feel last of all.
and in terms of technology,
When Bates was given a look at our technology, he was overcome. As a human, his first thought was, what can I use this for? When it should have been, what is the cost of its use? Technology exploded in their hands because they are not burdened with our longevity. Humans rarely live long enough to see the consequences of their mistakes.
what are the major differences between dwarves and elves?
I've said before that there is a strong connection between living things and magic, and the magic flows the most strongly in the veins of elves. Dwarves are very different. We feel a strong connection to the earth, but in another way. We love those things which are eternal, unchangeable. Earth, stone, metal. In those things are strength, but not life as you know it.
And the elven delegation, what did they demand of you?
They said that if the Black Mountain clan was not punished, there would be war. War. I told them that a punishment was already being decided upon, and that we, as dwarves, would deal with them. They refused. They claimed rights as the afflicted, and therefore as the judges. They agreed that exile was a suitable punishment, but they wanted to be the vessel of that retribution.
Are the elves a warlike people? Is it in their nature?
No. I know that there was a time of violence many years ago among the elves. But from what I know of them, they are a very rational, peace-loving people. They know that ultimately, war benefits no one. I was very surprised when they came and threatened it.
I see. There seem to be some inconsistencies here.
Yes. The more we talk about it, I begin to get the same feeling. Yes, the elves would have been angry, but would they really have threatened war? Morbahan was a tragedy, but directly affected none of the elven communities. Perhaps my fear blinded me to such things before. And now this mystery. Where are the dwarves of the Black Mountain clan?
What was it you feared, Loghaire? Why agree to these terms?
I am very old, stranger. You may know nothing of me, but believe me when I tell you that I've seen enough dwarven blood spilled to fill 1,000 lifetimes. Have you any idea what it would mean for there to be a war between the elves and the dwarves? Arcanum itself would not survive the conflict. And I was so very tired of filling tombs with the bodies of my people.
But
But nothing. I chose to spare the dwarves, the world, the price of such a war. What was one clan's honor in comparison with the sheer cataclysm that would result otherwise? You ask what right they had? None. They merely forced a choice, and I chose the path of least resistance, the least pain. That was my betrayal, stranger.
what do you mean? You are merely acting out of concern.
But that is the point. I am king of the dwarves. It is my responsibility to lead them, to protect them. But most importantly, it is my responsibility to defend their honor, their dwarven honor. By allowing my own fear or concern, regardless of how justified that fear might be, to overshadow their honor was an unforgivable transgression.
Being a king isn't always easy.
Even as king, the choice is never mine as to whether even one dwarf is stripped of his honor. I should have brought this to the people, or just flatly refused from the beginning. I was a coward, a failure, and this exile is my punishment. Given the choice now, I would have waged war against all of Arcanum to uphold the honor of that foolish little clan.
Yes, Loghaire. But we can still make this right. Find the
I
truth.
don't know, stranger. I think that it is too late for me.
No, Loghaire. You still have a chance to right this wrong.
No, my friend. It is no longer my burden. I've taken up another. I've failed the dwarves once. I shall never do so again. Leave me here. Tell Ranver he won't be seeing me anymore. I see now that the price for my cowardice is even more costly than I'd imagined. My poor dwarven brothers. I'm so very, very sorry.
Please.
Take this. A letter sent to me from the Elven delegation. Within it is a name. Min Gorad. It's all I have, and all I'm willing to give. Perhaps you should seek out Kintara, city of the elves. I know not where it is, but the village of Stillwater is near the edge of the glimmering forest, in which, it is said, Kintara lies. Maybe someone there will know where to find it.
But
I'll say no more. Leave me. I return to my exile. I am nothing.
goodbye, Loghaire. Ranva, do you have a moment to speak? I found your father. He gave me the information I needed. Do you have a moment to speak? I have some questions. Nothing more. I really wanted to make that work and have him be positive and happy. But okay, the judgment on the Black Mountain clan has been passed. Make certain they are at the appointed meeting plate at the agreed upon time. I speak with the authority of the Silver Lady, Queen of the Elves. If all conditions are not met, we will next meet upon the field of battle. Min Gorad. Okay. That always gets to me. Boom. Still water. Where am I going now? Still water? Goodbye, everybody. I think there's some dwarven smiths and stuff in here. I was hoping I could just... I don't even know where I am. There we go. Hey. Well, that was fun. Elves, man. I'm telling you. Them elves. Gonna get you. They're gonna trick you. This is gonna be interesting because I don't think I've ever gone to the elf lands. Actually, no, I think I did go last time as a half elf. But it's gonna be interesting because a lot of people will hate me in the elven capital or the elven city because I'm a half elf, because they'll see me as like tainted because I'm not pure elf. But did we get a skill point? We did not. Okay. But it'll be fun no matter what. And by fun I mean not fun, really. I think I might save outside of, or save into a new one, and then go back and see if I can. Yeah, I'll probably, on my own time, head back in there. But for now, I believe, yep, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a bit story heavy, but next time we'll probably be making our way to Quintara, whatever it was called. I think it was Quintara, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of the other series that I'm doing. I've got a lot of different ones going on at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc., blah, 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 blah. Usual YouTuber stuff. Insert meme here. Have a good night. Adios.